Welcome to Eduvarate Kids session on skill development among kids. Eduvarate Kids has started its series on cognitive skill development, and today is the fourth in the series. And today we are going to discuss a very important and helpful game for the children to improve and to sharpen their cognitive skill. And this game has been very popular. Most of the kindergarten schools, they employ this game to improve the cognitive skill of the children. And this is a puzzle game. And when schools they purchase various puzzle games from the market or from various sources, it is very important to understand how to engage the children in these puzzle games so that the cognitive skill is improved to the optimal level. So today we are going to discuss a structured way of playing and engaging the puzzle games with the children. And since we have been talking about the cognitive skill development, again, very quickly, I'll just take you through what cognitive skill helps us to improve the child's skill. Number one, it improves the reasoning skill. Number two, it increases the logical thinking skill. And most important is that the cognitive skill development, if it develops well, then the problem solving skill among children improves significantly. So the way the children look to the problem, the way they adopt various strategies to resolve the problem becomes very, very significant. So today, this structured puzzle game will help us to help our children to look to the problem and solve this problem in a more innovative way. So what skill objective we'll be having for this structured puzzle game is first is when people bring lot of innovative engagement tools to the children in the pre-primary school segment. Picture reading and looking to various picture is one of the major component in that. So when we bring various pictures, it's not only that the child understands the picture, the child must read the pictures well. So that is first skill objective when we bring this game into engaging our children for the improvement of the cognitive skill. We must keep it in mind as an objective that our children must read the pictures very well. When we are talking about reading the picture well, child must understand the color of the picture, child must understand the shape of the picture, child must understand how it is different than other pictures. So that is very, very important when we talk about reading the picture. So once this objective is there, then if the child is engaged in this puzzled, structured puzzle game, then without having this skill, it is very, very difficult to gradually develop the cognitive skills gradually and significantly. Then once child is able to read the picture, child must understand if a piece of the picture is missing. Therefore, if the reading is very, very proficient, child remembers each and every part of the picture in terms of color, shape, and other things, then child will immediately understand if a piece of that picture is missing. That understanding is very, very important, and we develop such skill and understanding among the children through this game. Then, when child understands which part of the picture is missing, and if the missing part is visible nearby, then child must identify that missing part of that picture. That is also another important component of problem solving, and therefore it helps in improving the cognitive skill. And when the child identifies that missing piece of that picture, then child must able to form the picture by placing that missing place in the right place of that picture from where it is missing. So these are the four things and four skill objectives we must keep it in mind when we initiate this puzzle game with our children. Therefore, the functional game, we always say that Eduvarate Kids has been doing research in in building the functional game. Normal game and functional game is the difference is that functional games are always meant to develop a specific skill among the children, whereas normal games will not have any specific purpose, will not have any specific objective what we are going to develop among our children. So this functional game, we call it complete the picture by picking the missing part. And this game is known in different other names, puzzle solver, then solving the puzzle, lot of names, but we at Eduvarate Kids call it complete the picture by picking the missing part. And very basic objective, as we have already uh, discussed, the objective would be the child reads a picture well. So we'll be making sure that the child is given a lot of challenge that the child understands and reads the picture well, understands the missing piece of that picture. If some piece of that picture will be taken out, child must understand that missing piece, identify that missing piece from a group of other pictures, so that is also very important for problem solving skill. Picking up right thing from the mass, that is what makes a child solving the problem in a innovative way. And when the missing part is picked, then placing that in the right part of the picture to complete that picture is the final part of resolving a problem. So overall objective is four. We must keep it in mind while we play this game with our child. One is that understanding the picture well and reading the picture well, understanding if a piece in that picture is missing, identifying that piece of missing part in a place where other part of the picture is also present, and finally making that picture complete by placing the missing part in the right position, so that this picture will be complete. So we'll be playing that game, and as I said, this game is not new, but what new things we are bringing into this particular game is a structure. We know that there are many ways, there are many schools, there are many parents who try to develop the skill of the children. It's fantastic, and we all want our children to be skillful. But problem remains if everything is not structured, if everything is not systematic. If nothing is systematic, then child's mind will also be cluttered. The child's mind will full of lot of things, but paving a away from that, reaching to that outcome will be very difficult. So my request to all the pre-primary teachers and parents is to make everything structured, make everything systematic, so that child's mind will also be systematic and structured. Therefore, we have created a methodology here to play this game, and this methodology for play group we call 1-into-1 matrix. I'll talk in details about that, but keep this in mind. If we have a strong methodology, then we bring structured way of thinking in our children. When we look to the nursery class, then we call it 2-by-2 matrix or 2-into-2 matrix for playing this puzzle game. For LKG, it is 3-into-3 matrix, and for UKG, it is 4-into-4 matrix. While I take you through for different class, then I'll keep talking about this 1-by-1, 2-by-2, 3-by-3, and 4-by-4 matrix for playing this puzzle game. And this game is very easy, and this methodology, what we call 1-into-1, 2-into-2, 3-into-3, and 4-into-4, it will be very easy for you to remember. If your child is in nursery, you have to keep in mind, you have to play 2-into-2 matrix puzzle game. If your child is in LKG, you have to play 3-into-3 matrix puzzle game. And if your child is in UKG, you must play 4 into 4 matrix puzzle game. And why I'm saying this is very, very important, if we develop our kids from 1, 2, 3, 4, there is a structured way of cognitive skill development in our child. So if, for example, if we want to our child to climb up to 10 stairs and first 3 stairs are missing, then in the whole life, the child will try and never able to climb that stair 4, 5, and 6, 7, because the ground things, the basic foundation of moving to the first stair is not built. Therefore, please keep it in mind, make everything structured so that our child will be finding it's very, very easy, very, very funful to resolve those problems through playing games. So let's start with the play group. So very basic objective for the child between 2 to 3 years who are in the play group age. Here the objective is the child is able to read a single picture, understands the missing piece, identify the missing piece, and place it correctly. So here one thing you just keep it in mind is that one picture. So that's why here the methodology we adopt for the children in the age group of 2 years and 3 years, and they are in play group, we call it 1 into 1 matrix puzzle, meaning it's a single picture and single cut. So when we pick up a picture, because in that age, the child starts learning and reading pictures. What is there in picture? What is that picture? What is the color of that picture? So all different aspects of that picture, we keep describing to the child. So child keeps that in mind. So, so if you have gone through the mechanism and technique of picture reading, then that's fine. Otherwise, you can refer to Eduferret Kids' technique of picture reading. That will give you a lot of answer on that. Single picture and single cut. So once we cut a picture, then it becomes two pieces. For example, this is the picture of a fish, and if we cut from this picture single cut, then it becomes two part. So this is what we need to start with this puzzle game for a child who is between 2 and 3 years of age. So how to do it? Single picture, single cut, two piece. First is that we have to show a picture. So we have a cutout of the picture, full picture. The child must understand. Here we start with reading of the picture. We can talk about the picture. We can ask questions to our child saying that what is this? So child understands and reads the picture. So picture is that it is a fish. It is yellow in color. Its eyes are black, and there is a bluish color around the eye. So these are the various. It's a round in shape. So these are various components of picture reading, and child must be able to do that. Once child is able to do that, what we do after that? Similar picture, we cut it into two pieces. Now you can see there are two pieces. You can cut in any size. So if the child is in early age, so it is obvious that we need to pick up a picture which is generally moderately big in size, so that the child finds it easy to play around with it. So we cut it into two pieces, and the challenge for the child is to make it that complete picture. Now, if you look these two pieces, child must understand which part of the piece is missing. So what we do, we pick up that one part of the picture and ask the child to place it in a play area. So it could be any place. So child is picking and placing it into that one part. Then child must understand by looking to the whole picture which other part of the picture is missing. Then child goes and picks up that another piece and place it in the missing part of the picture. So what happens? The picture is complete now. So this is one by one, and this exercise is mandatory for a child in the playgroup years, 2 to 3 years of age. Child must able to do at least this. That's why we call it's mandatory. And now onwards, whatever will be coming, that will be, we keep on increasing the complexity in this particular puzzle game for the child in the playgroup. Now, what we bring, we make that single picture and making that into three pieces. Now we are increasing the level of complexity for the child in the 2 to 3 years of age. Instead of 2 pieces, we are making that picture and converted into 3 pieces. Now this is our picture that what the child is reading quite well, and what we are just making, instead of 2 pieces, we are cutting it down to 3 pieces. Now the challenge for the child, and child will be able to do this provided child is able to do that 2 pieces correctly. If the child is not able to do and solve that 2 piece puzzle, then it becomes very tough for the child to go into placing these 3 pieces and making that complete picture correctly. So now what will the child will do? Child will, from the cutting pieces, the child will pick up one piece, then child will be placing that into the play zone. So you can define a play zone, child is putting that. Then from this, while the child will be looking to the big picture or complete picture and a portion of the picture, child will be saying that which part of the picture is missing. Now child will be picking up another piece and placing it in the right place. It may happen child may put that part of the piece in different locations, and playing that particular situation actually improve the cognitive skill. That particular time when the child is uh, juggling around where the piece has to be there, then actually the mind is working and child is finding the solution there itself. So we as parents and teachers must allow the child to spend a lot of time unless the child completes the task. Many times what happens, either we parents help the child to do it or don't allow the child to spend time on that. That is not going to help to increase the cognitive skill. So when the child is putting that piece, and finally child will be looking to the another piece, final piece, and child will be putting that, taking that piece and putting that into the right position. So in that way the child completes the full picture, and in this way child is resolving this problem. So this is a problem solving skill. Child picks up the pieces, putting into perspective and creates that picture what is expected to be created. So here this kind of synapse, when it is develops in the mind of the child by doing this exercise, that brings the problem solving skill in a systematic way. So now, from here onwards, we keep on increasing the pieces of that picture, but keep it in mind, let's work with only one picture. You can cut the pieces into many numbers, but let the picture be one. So you, from 3 piece, you make that to 4 piece, make that to 5 piece. As long as the child is able to do that, then it is fantastic for the child, and child is creating and developing that skill gradually and systematically. So this, you need not invest money on this. Schools also, many schools, they ask me what are the things that we need to get for the improvement of the cognitive skill. And many organizations and many experts, they say that we have hundreds of things to develop these cognitive skills. They are correct, but if you look to this particular game, you can have this at your school. You can take a picture, put it into a cardboard, cut it, and you can cut it to many pieces, and that becomes an asset for your school, and you can use that for as many children as possible by using these cutouts. So it doesn't require for you to invest and buy this expensive stuff for your school when it comes to the development of the skill of the children. So you keep on doing that. So we are there, we know how structurally, how systematically we are going to improve the skill of the child as far as this cognitive skill is concerned. So let's move to the next level, which is nursery. They are between 3 and 4 years of age, and here objective remains the same. It is picture reading, understanding the missing piece, identify the missing piece, and place the missing piece in the right place correctly. So instead of one picture, here we are introducing 2 pictures. Please keep it in mind, that's why we call it 2 by 2 puzzles. Nursery class, second 2 by 2 puzzle. So what does it mean? We have to have two pictures and two cuts. So that's why it is called 2x2 puzzle or 2x2 matrix puzzle. We have to pick two pictures. Each picture will be cut into two pieces. So these are along with this piece, we have introduced one more picture. So this is two pictures. And what we do, we have cut each picture into two pieces. So total it becomes four pieces. Now imagine in the previous class, we are having one picture. We keep on increasing the pieces by cutting it. Now here what we are doing in the next level of problem solving, we are making the complexity of the problem solving little harder. Now instead of one picture, there will be two pictures, and picture reading will also be improved, because when the child is reading these two pictures, there are two complete set of two different things. One is lion, one is fish. One color is brown, one color is yellow. So one has got tail, one has got a different flat tail. So these are the various things that when the child reads, then child's reading capacity increases, and so also the cognitive skill. And when these four pieces are there, then it becomes, let's see, how does it work? So step one, we'll start with, and this is mandatory for a child in the nursery class. When you are talking 2x2, that becomes mandatory. And once you bring more complexity into the game, that further improve the skill of the child. But if the child is unable to do it, then it's something we must worry about. So that's why, as a pre-primary school facilitator, it becomes our responsibility to ensure that very basic minimal things are getting done for our children. So here, two picture, two cuts. What we need to do, these are the for example, this is four pieces. When the picture is shown to the child, and we cut it into two pieces, so it becomes four pieces. So four pieces are lying in one part, and now the child will be asked to pick up the piece and make the picture complete. So this is the task we need to give to our child. And if you remember our prime methodology, there is a understanding. Whatever we say to our child must understand. That is another aspect. If you have gone through that our cute module, you could understand what does this mean when we communicate something to our child, whether the child understands or not. So when the child is asked to pick up this missing piece and place it, child picks up one piece. Any piece child can pick up and place it in the play area. So let's put the child is placing that one part of this picture in this, and second child is picking up another piece and child is putting it here. So one picture child is able to complete by picking the right component and making the picture complete. Then child will go further to complete the whole problem, because problem is not one picture, here problem is two pictures. So child picks up one more piece and place that into the play area. So child is placing it and picking the another piece and putting it into the right location. Now once the child is able to do, then child's cognitive skill at that particular class is absolutely fine. That is very basic, mandatory skill is there in the child. If child is fumbling, child is having difficulties in doing such exercise, then we must spend time with the child to ensure child is able to do this. Now once this child is able to do this in the nursery class, then we keep on increasing the complexity and increasing the number of pieces of the two pictures simultaneously. Now let's see that if we increase that picture, two pictures and three pieces each. Now what we are going to do, we have keep these two pictures, and each picture, instead of two pieces, we have to make each picture three pieces. So three piece picture one, three pieces picture two, total becomes six pieces. Now you can see we have made the picture now three pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this bunch of pieces is placed in front of the child, and the game and the functional game is that child has to pick up the piece and complete the picture as shown in this as a complete picture. Now child will be picking up and making sure that child is creating the pictures in a right way, the way we have discussed in our previous slide. Now, once the child is able to do it, then we go to the next level. If the child is not able to do it, keep playing this game, keep playing this game. And instead of the same picture, if the child is able to do, you can change the picture for the change of the test and reading picture skill. So another picture can be brought in, but logic remains the same. We have to make the picture 3 into 3. Then once the child is able to do this quite well, then we have to increase the complexity a little more. Now, instead of 3 pieces, we have to make each picture into 4 pieces. So 2 pictures, each picture is becoming 4 pieces. So we are becoming 8 pieces. So there are, instead of 6 pieces, now we have increased the complexity of the game and it becomes 8 pieces. Now we can find here 8 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once it is becoming 8 pieces, then one level of complexity increases. Then child picks up one by one each piece and makes sure that the 2 pictures are completed. So once the child is going through the whole process, then automatically the child's problem solving skill is also increasing. The way the child is looking to a problem is definitely structured. The way the child is resolving the problem is also systematic. So if we inculcate this particular thinking process in the child in the nursery class, take it in guarantee. The moment child will be going to the next class and looking to different problems, it will be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the approach, everything will be very, very systematically and methodological. So we keep on, if the child is able to complete this 2 picture into 4 pieces, that is 8 pieces challenge, then you have to go one step further, make it 5 pieces. So it becomes total 10 pieces. So let the child do spend time how to resolve that and make the picture complete. Fantastic game, and most important thing is that it systematically has to be done. Then we'll move to the LKG class. LKG class, the children are in the age group of 4 years to 5 years. And when the child coming from the play group to nursery and to LKG, child has done all these things, 1 into 1 matrix puzzle, 2 into 2 matrix puzzle. So it becomes a foundation stone of the child in the LKG class. So when we introduce 3 pictures, it becomes a easy cakewalk for the child. But imagine if the child has not done that 2 stages in playgroup and nursery, the child will be completely burdensome. Child will be looking to this as a something which cannot be done. And at this point of time, child tries to come out of this. The child tries to avoid this particular problem solving game which has brought into the play. And from there, the lag begins. So my humble request to all the teachers and parents, do not jump into a higher level thinking without making the simpler things at the right age. So that's where we can build and make the child a fantastic problem solver in the future. Now, what we need to do for this, we have got 3 into 3 puzzle when we are just taking LKG. So what we do, 3 pictures and 3 cards. That's why we call into 3 into 3 puzzle. Now, we had 2 pictures, for example, fish, lion, and we are introducing one more picture here. Any picture we have to introduce, and in our case, we have introduced a pumpkin, so it becomes 3 pictures. And 3 pictures, each picture has to be cut once, so it will be 3 cuts. So total will be having 6 pieces. Now, these 6 pieces of 3 pictures are given to the child, and child is being asked to pick up one by one piece, identify which part belongs to which picture, and make sure that you complete the picture by picking the appropriate and right piece of the picture. So this is a little complex game as compared to previous 2 classes, but if the child has completed the previous 2 segments or previous 2 levels, then it becomes very easy and child will be looking forward to this game. Because as we know, each child will be interested, each child will be looking forward to have more challenge. But if the challenge is sequential, if the challenge is incremental, if suddenly we bring, imagine these previous two components have not been completed for a child in the nursery and playgroup, and suddenly in LKG we are introducing this, then child will be absolutely fumbled. Child will not look forward to have this game because it looks like a very, very difficult game for the child. So make sure if the child is having problem in LKG while you introduce this game, make sure that child has understood and have confident in doing the previous two levels of such puzzles. So if not done, you can bring that nursery level puzzle or playgroup level puzzle, then child will be having interest will and look forward to complete this. And once this is again, let me put it very, very clearly, 3 into 3 puzzle, whatever you can see on the screen, this is mandatory for a child in the LKG class. 3 into 3 puzzle, the child must able to solve it if we want to have our children coming to a certain level of cognitive skill. If this is having difficulty for the child to resolve, then it is really, really difficult for the child to look and resolve other problems in that systematic way. And if the child is able to complete this in the LKG class, then as we do, we have to increase the complexity of the game. Now, for the LKG, this 3 picture is mandatory. Now, 6 pieces, we have to go further. And what we need to do, we have to make the 3 pictures, and each picture has to be cut into 3 pieces each. So 3 pictures, each picture 3 pieces, we are having 9 pieces of pictures to be placed. Now you can see we have done that. 3 pictures, this lion is cut into 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. The fish is cut into 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, and the pumpkin is cut into 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have got 9 pieces. Now this total pieces is placed in front of the child who is in LKG to start with, and we are asking the child pick up the right piece and complete the picture. The child will start doing the way it is expected to be done. And parents and teachers, we must have sufficient patience to sit along with our child and enjoy the game along with the child. And if the child is able to do it, then we should be happy and ensure that our child's cognitive skill is above the average. Then we have to bring further challenge into the game. And if the child is having problem, difficulty in resolving this particular problem or particular game, then we have to help the child picking up the right piece and complete the whole exercise. If the whole thing is not completed and left in between, believe me, child will be developing a sense of keeping the task incomplete. So that becomes a habit. So whatever we do, make sure the child completes that. I am just reiterating it again. The child must complete it. So that child develops that sense of completing a task in hand. And that's where the cognitive skill also helps the child developing that sense of understanding. Now, once the child is able to do, then we have to go one step further. 3 pictures remains as the 3 picture in the LKG standard, but we have to cut the picture into more pieces. Now, if the 3 pieces are completed, we have to make sure that each picture is cut into 4 pieces now. So 3 pictures, each picture into 4 pieces. So we'll be having total 12 pieces. Now you can imagine the complexity of the problem solving is increasing. So now instead of 9 pieces, child will be having now 12 pieces. You can see the lion picture is cut into 4 pieces. 1 piece is here, 1 piece is here, 1 piece is here, 1 piece is here. Now child has to pick up. If child is picking up this piece, then child must understand which missing part of the picture, which is the, this picture, this part belongs to which picture. If the child understand and the child is able to read the picture well, then child will be able to do that. So we are simultaneously taking care many skills of the child when this game is in progress. Then child has to look other things of that particular picture. And if the child's picture reading is very strong, child understand the shape of the picture, understand it's a lion, understand the color, then child will be automatically picking up the texture, color, and other features of that particular picture, so that the problem solving becomes very, very easy and it becomes very systematic. So 3 pictures, 4 pieces has to be done, and if the child is able to do it, we can make the 4 pieces to 5 pieces, so it becomes 15 pieces. Then if the child is able to do, we make it that 6, that it becomes 18 pieces. So each level the game complexity is increasing. So either we'll enjoy the game along with the child, and at the same time we are ensuring child's cognitive skill is also increasing to a different level. So you keep on adding this complexity into game, but remember, don't increase the 3 pictures into 4 pictures. And that's what is the systematic way of doing things. And we have done that through different research that's coming from cognitive skill development of the child. Okay, so now we'll go further to the UKG class, upper kindergarten, and they are the children who are between the age group of 5 years and 6 years. And by this time, child is reaching to the age of 5 years. Then by this time, this particular game and problem solving skill becoming and coming to a certain level. And here, what we are just keeping the objective remains the same. Picture reading, child must able to read the picture, child able to understand which part of the picture is missing, then child is able to identify where is the missing piece of that picture and able to bring that missing piece and place it correctly to complete the picture. So the objective remains the same, but here, based on the age of the child, we have brought 4 pictures. So child should able to read 4 pictures simultaneously. That's what we expect, that cognitive skill development must have come to that level when the child is reading 4 pictures simultaneously. So we call it 4 into 4 puzzle. As I said, this is very easy to remember. When the child is in UKG between 5 years and 6 years, you should have this 4 into 4 puzzle game, meaning you are having 4 pictures and 4 cuts. 4 pictures are taken and each picture is cut into 2 pieces. Now imagine we have added one more picture here, that is Christmas tree we have added along with the other 3 pictures what we have already discussed. And these 4 pictures has to cut into 2 pieces each. So it becomes 8 pieces. Now imagine what's happening. We have increased one picture, and picture reading, now the child is remembering each picture in a different perspective, and the remembering capacity is also increasing. Now when the child is given this particular exercise and child has to pick up the right piece, missing piece, place it in the play area, search for the another piece, then complete the picture. So child has to do it 4 times in order to make it 4 complete pictures. And this is what is mandatory for a child who is in UKG class. So UKG class children must able to read through 4 pictures, understand missing parts of 4 pictures, able to complete this by picking up the right piece of each 4 pictures. This is mandatory. I'm just telling you again, this is mandatory. Up to this level, child must able to do, so that we ensure child's cognitive skill is at least that desired level. It's not low. Now, if the child is able to do it, we have to go into the next level and increase the complexity of the game, so that cognitive skill will improve further. It doesn't remain there, so that we are preparing a child to look to the problem systematically and resolve it very, very structurally. So now we have got these 4 pictures. You can keep the 4 pictures in front of the child, so the child understand, keeps looking to the picture. And even if you can do it, for the better, some children, they are very, very sharp, whose psychological and cognitive skill is very, very strong. So they remember some point of time. You may not keep these pictures in front of the child, so that child can remember and pick up the right things. So first level complexity in UKG class is we have to take 4 pictures and we have to make each picture into 3 pieces. So total becomes 12 pieces. So you can imagine the 8 pieces has become now 12 pieces at the next level of complexity. Now we have cut it into 12 pieces. Each piece becomes 3. This lion picture is 3. Then Christmas tree becomes 3. That fish picture is cut into 3 pieces. So also the pumpkin. Now we have to place these 12 pieces in front of a child in that particular level, and the child will be asked that pick up the right piece and complete all the 4 pictures. Now child has to pick up right picture and make sure that picture is getting completed. If the child is able to do it, fantastic, we have to go to the next level. If the child is not able to do it, we have to help the child, make sure the child understand the picture, reads the picture well, and picks up the right piece, complete the picture. If the child is still having difficulties, go back one step down, make sure that LKG level things are, or nursery level things are getting done again, so that we are sharpening the cognitive skill of the child. If the cognitive skill is improving and is right perspective, then this game becomes very, very easy. And while playing this game, we are bound to increase the cognitive skill and problem solving skill of the child. Now, once the child is able to deal with these 12 piece challenge or 12 piece level, then we can further increase the complexity of the game. We'll take 4 pictures, same pictures, and each pictures, instead of 3 pieces, we have to make it 4 pieces. Now, if we are making each picture 4 pieces and 4 pictures total, will be having 16 pieces. Now imagine, instead of 12 pieces, these 16 pieces are placed in front of the child, and child has to look it, understand it, which is the part of the what picture, then picks up the right piece, put into perspective, and complete the picture. Don't you think this is a fantastic game? And this can be done, and any picture you can create the repository for your school by taking a picture on a cardboard or normal cardboard. You can take, place a picture and cut into different pieces. So different level, different complexity, different challenge you create, and based on the level of the child, which age and which class, you can pick up and make sure this game is played at your school or at your home. This is very, very easy. You need not buy anything from the market. Only thing is that we have to understand the systematic nature of the game. Then it becomes easy for us and easy for our children to spend time and look forward to have such kind of things in a very, very systematic way. So this is all about 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, and 4 into 4 puzzles. Very interesting. But one request, again, I am telling to all the parents and teachers that do not jump into the higher complexity. The moment we bring higher complexity of the problem solving games, child will be, if it is not done in the previous levels or previous classes, then it becomes a burdensome for the child. Then child will try to avoid this. Then we see that our child doesn't have that problem solving skill. So 2 to 6 years age is the formative years. It is the golden years. Whatever we do, the child will be looking forward to do that. Make it systematic as much as possible. Make it is a functional game as much as is possible. So we are there at IDVaret Kids to make sure that whatever and wherever possible, we bring those systematic things, to bring those structural things into perspective, so that schools, parents, and other stakeholders of the early child development, they can take benefit of that. So thank you very much for this session, and this session, I hope, will be very, very fruitful to all the preschool teachers and parents to develop the cognitive skill and problem solving skill of our child. And we look forward to have another session for skill development skills in a very, very systematic and structured way. So we are closing the session right now, and we'll be looking forward to welcome you and bring another session of skill development in a more systematic way. Thank you so much.